Welcome back, Clashers. Ryotin CCG here, and we are a week away from Equilibrium. But guess what? I have a booster box here opening for you. I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we'll see what we got here. I do have a new kind of knife here. I think Jay Kern liked this. It's a battering. It's super dope. I'm not allowed to have this in the house anymore. It's super not sharp either, but I'm going to try to crack this box. I just ripped the box. I can't open this thing. There we go. And I have no idea how to close it, so I'm just going to put it right there. But again, we have Equilibrium comes out next week on the 28th. And we have a booster box here opening. Get you kind of excited. Kind of see what you'll get in a booster box. I have my sleeves here to see if any of our good foils or epics. Hoping to get some good IRs going out. So again, first thing we see here is the tried and true box topper. This one is Avarice, which is a progenitor from Drakkar. This is a brand new card. I want to say this is probably something to do with maybe Cosmic Conquest. Very good card. Read this one out. Exclusive. Trigger anterior. Your opponent controls more accessories than you. Gain control of target accessory you don't control until this card leaves play. I know people are kind of upset right now about Aster. You can learn to play this. Get rid of his accelerator. And during your primary phase, you may pay 2 green, send target accessory you control to Oblivion. If you do, target clash card gets +2 in breakthroughs in the turn. 4 cost, 3, 3, 4. I think it's a very good card. Again, I'm coming a fan of the box toppers, where I feel like a lot of times we get them. They're not super good, per se, in the set they come out, but the next set, they're very, very, very good. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into it again. If you have not seen these, so go to Deck Planet. I'll link that down below. To see all these cards here, we're going to kind of go through this a little bit fast. Not going to do a lot of talking, but we're just kind of looking through the cards here. Medal of Honor, Subway Car, new buff, Haven System Danger, Jolly, Shaoling, I'm Avenging, Zinto Temple, and our first foil is going to be Lord Krung. And then we do have our rare, which is Alpha Aster. This one is kind of cool. 3 cost, 2, 3 exclusive. Trigger portal, so the portal is activated. The portal is open, draw a card. This effect triggers only once per turn, and then defeat raid 2 resources. It is I want to say that's the progenitor symbol. So again, not a lot of things that really search it out, but I think that's really cool. All right, I am looking for, maybe I will get a AR. That would be actually kind of cool to get an AR in a box opening for once on filming. We have Veggie Guy Practicing, 3-2. I actually love this card. Death's Crown is a really good card. Deflating is the new buff for black. Remote Detonation. Parading, new Clash buff. Is 0 cost Clash buff for red, so they are back. And then we do have Veggie Guy LARPing Expert. Moxie Still Siren. Paul doing his best. Then we do have Death Soul Guard Juror. It is a 4 cost, so new death card. Has interception of Clash card was sent to Oblivion this turn. The card gets recovery 1. And then we have a double foil pack here. I love getting those. Which is Crazy Plan Hotel Rooftop. It is a red. It is for Alpha Hunters. And they get +1/+1. During your primary phase, you may engage a Paul Clash card you control. If you do, attach a weapon when this costs of 2 or less to an Alpha Hunter. I feel like this works very, very well with grenades. But all those grenades are 2 or less, I believe. We have Rooftop Row, Vengeance, I'm Out, Major Dean, Vanilla War, and then the dreaded Alpha Aster Contender. Again, they did a video on the deck here, so again, if you haven't seen that, check the link up below. But again, a lot of people are not really feeling Alpha Aster. They think he's too powerful. I think he's perfectly fine. Clarity Empath. I love vanilla cards. Conquest. I would love to have a full vanilla deck. We have a new Morak. So again, for our discarded players. And then we have Alpha Aster Maximum Effort. This is a 4 cost. The first multicolored Alpha or Harbinger Clash card you play each turn gets all factor 2. Don't remember all factor. Basically, your minus is 2 attack from your opponent. I feel like there are better cards that -2 all the time, but that's just me. We do have Skull Piercer, Current Reactor, Final Breath, Envision, Sonoro, the Bean, Paw Pursuing the Drain, Grappling Arrow, and we have our first foil contender, which is going to be Paw, and then we have Child Lane Protector for our rare. Nothing so far, but again, we're only, 3 packs in? Normally my pull is a little bit better. We have Clarity Sacrifice. Again, this is strictly from the book. You read the book. I'm sorry you're going to be spoiled at this point. I feel like at this point you should get over it. Vanilla Clarity. Another Envision. For the discard deck, Weber Justice. Again, I love vanilla cards. Weber. Death's Touch. Avenging Guy HQ. Then Forsaken Catacombs. Forsaken Catacombs is a very good card. It's a 2-cost Clash Ground. And the first time a Clash card is sent to a player's Oblivion each turn, the player may put a Clash card with initial research cost 2 or less from Oblivion into play engage. I feel like this just kind of filters things out really, very well. We have Slip Away for our rare. No epics yet. And then we have Rebound, Rizlax Swift Mauler, Streaking, another 0-cost buff. This one is for main streak or whatever you want to play with it. It does give you streak counters. Warcry Brave Warrior. Give and Take. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the set right now because, again, it's a draw 2, discard 2. I love drawing. Avenging Guy Taking Aim. Clarity's Car. Clarity's Car is I'll do talk about this a little bit. It is an accessory. The Earth Clash cards you get +1, +0 while obstructing. And you would diminish any number of cards, diminish that many cards -1. This card is a very good counter to diminish deck, especially against the Lin. You pop this out, and then now you had to pay a little bit harder to get you diminished. And a lot of diminished cards, they're only doing 1. And then each time you would diminish, basically negates it. So basically, this is a counter for diminished decks. So again, just to speak on a little bit of how I'm seeing Alpha Clash is evolving, you have a lot more cards that you're going to have to play. Like cards that stop different things to tech in. You're going to have to start doing it now. You have to think about every matchup. And I thought if you're afraid of diminished decks, this is the perfect card to kind of tech in to have. And with the bound cards, you can splash almost anything in. Piercing Poleaxe. Do have a foil badge token. It is Paul on this one. And then we have Genesis. I think it's an okay card. I don't think it's the best, but I mean, it's a card. It's a Genesis. All right, then we have Smoke Grenade. Smoke Grenade is awesome. Band Older, can't pronounce words. Mozzarella Sticks is an amazing card. Shout out to CJ. Moxie, Iron Valkyrie. Gun Down. Creation is a new alpha buff. I don't play this buff per se in my one of my versions of Aster, but I do believe you're going for the full multicolored build, a multicolored vanilla build. This is amazing to have. Pacify. Reanimation. Another foil token card. I don't like that, but is a foil Nova. Then we have Lynn, Grim, and Measured. This card is a key piece that a lot of mill decks are missing. Is a 4-cost 4/4 flight. The trigger enter a target opponent diminishes 3 cards. That player may engage a ready resource they control to get this effect. And the trigger victory target opponent diminishes a card. Again, it comes in and makes your opponent diminish 3. And they have to pay a resource to kind of block it. So I do like a lot more cards like Embrace are causing your opponent to do things. I already seen the foil in here as a contender. Streaking, Final Breath, Child Lane Demon Slayer, Quick Draw Quiver, Negating, a Quick Draw Quiver. So I got 2 of those in the same pack. I don't know how I feel about that at all. Doorway, Alpha Aster, and I did get an IR, so it was a contender, but it's an IR contender. So my IR for this set is that Clarity. We have Bad Omen. I'll go back to that. Clarity, double-sided contender, IR. So we'll go ahead and sleeve this up in a clear sleeve. And that is my IR. So my IR for the box is gone. Was looking for... hopefully get an accelerator of sorts, but Clarity, I guess, will be fine. And then we do have Bad Omen. With exclusive effect, an opponent controls will have them draw a card outside the draw step. That player may only draw that card if they get a resource. I feel like, again, this is a very great tech card. They can just kind of sit out there and stop your opponent from just drawing cards that you don't want them to draw. All right, we have for the discarded, Rank Up, Vanilla Paw, Compounding Interest, Alpha Aster Vanilla, Major Dean, Haven Always Ready, Genesis, and then we have a foil Aster. I am not really feeling my pull rates on this box. I feel like I'm not getting any kind of hits. We have Creation, Warcry, Rooftop Roll, Sonoro, Vengeance, War Maiden Token, Death again, Lord Krung, and another foil token. I'm not really happy. Now, we do get the Alpha Aster foil, but I'm not happy with getting 3 foil tokens in my box. Well, what can you do? Pull rates are pull rates, you know? We have I'm Out, Major Dean, Mozzarella Sticks, Paul, Compounding Interest, Haven, Morak, Compromise, and then we do have our first epic, which is Alpha Aster, and then we have Amplifier, so we'll go ahead and sleeve this up and talk about it for just a second. So Alpha Aster is observant, so it means it cannot attack the turn it is played. Trigger defeat, the portal is open, you may put a clash ground from your hand into play with a resource cost less than or equal to the number of resources you control. That's easy enough to do. During your opponent's turn, the first clash card to play gets observant. That is our first epic. So again, I think it is 4 epics or 3 epics per box. With 16 epics, I'll say you had to pick up a couple boxes this time around to kind of get the playset ones that you want. Pestilence, Baiting, Soulbearer, Rizlak, check out my ramp, and then we do have a foil Death. Not too bad about that. This is a new Death card. Flight, for each Death Clash card in your Oblivion with a different name. You may reduce the cost to play this card by 1, so again, you can essentially make it a 3. So the 3 costs 4 for Flight. And then we have Bow of 1,000 Truths. Alright, and moving on again, not really pulling anything in this box, and that's kind of sad. We have Baiting again, Death's Crown, Subway, Inside, Rizlak, Jali, Avenging Guy, War, Foil Compounded Interest, and we do have the new card Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb is 4 cost 3/3. Trigger entry may discard a card if you do create 1 red Nova token. So the card works with Flare. And deal damage to target clash card equal to the initial resource cost of the card discarded this way. If the target has a trigger defeat effect, you may draw a card. Okay. Another one. So we're going to go through a little bit quicker because we pretty much already seen these cards. Avenging Guy, that's a new one. We do have Foil Skull Piercer, and then Congress Plaza Hotel. I do feel like you get more of the common uncommons. From a box, you may get, I think, 2 cards or even close to a playset, which isn't bad if you want to go ahead and get the cards you need for your deck to start off. Skull Piercer, Streaking, and then we have Death, Lord Krung, and then Foil War. And then let's go to the next one, Clarity, 1/1/1. Clarity Sweep, Pestilence, another Baiting, Death's Crown, another Paw, Doorway, Alpha Aster, Foil Conquest, and then Foil Cherry Bomb. We have Weber, Delta Reynolds, Haven, Shield, Clarity, Ricochet, and then we have a Foil, Vanilla, Clarity. Alright, we're almost through the box. I still have 2 more epic slots, I believe. So we're seeing what epics we get. And we do our next epic is Celebrator of Swords, which again is not a bad card to get. Celebrator of Swords is the card that's causing so much confusion right now. Again, so that one is not bad to get because I do feel like this card would be Secondary market about $20 to $30 card, because again, if you want to play Aster, no matter what version you're playing, you're playing this card. So it's going to be a very solid card. Anybody who's doing $10, I feel like you're selling yourself short. $20, $30 is a good hit point for that. So again, we have Accelerator of Sorts. Maybe we'll get an X-Ray card. Clarify, Negating. Yeah, we're just going to speed through these. We've pretty much already seen all of these. And our last epic is Paul. Not a bad epic, but not one, again, that I'm looking to get. And that is additional cost plays card. You have to discard a card from your hands, a 4/2/4. Has Interception. And the trigger enter, you may search your deck for a weapon card named Mozzarella Sticks. If you do, put your choice in your zone and then shuffle your deck. And the trigger Obstruct, it gets +3 in the end of turn, so it comes to 5/4. And then you can search out Mozzarella Sticks right from your deck and play it. And I should have kept it to the side, but I didn't think I would get this card to kind of pull up what Mozzarella Sticks does again. And I have no idea where it's at. Yep, there we go. So Mozzarella Sticks. When you play this card, you discard a card from your hand, and then you go play Mozzarella Sticks right to your accessory zone, and it costs 1 to attach. And then attached clash card gets trigger Obstruct. The clash card gets +2 defense. And when this card attaches to a clash card for the first time, you gain 1 health. So essentially, you can make this card a 5/6 when it is obstructing. And I want to say that'll probably be the end of our epics. So the rest we're probably going to get here is a bunch of foils. So we can just go right to the end. So again, you have Clarity. And then just some of the cards that we got from here. It's pretty much everything we've already seen already. We have 4 packs left. I don't think there's anything else going to be really exciting in here. Yep, we got another Weber. And then the rest of the cards we have here. And I said there are 16 epics in this set. A lot of them are very, very good. So again, you're going to be cracking boxes open to pretty much get those. Then we do have the new Colonel Edwards. Then we have Force Javelin, which is a brand new Javelin for those war builds. 2 packs left. All right. Let's see if we get lucky and get something crazy. We have Rebound Foil. And then last pack of Destiny inside the booster box for Equilibrium. Again, comes out March 28th, which is next week. We have Weber, Delta Reynolds, Lynn, Clarity, Bad Feels, Outside. And again, it is 4, so we do get one more, which is from beginning to end, which is from the From series. And this one is for blue. Not necessarily for Aster, but it is for blue. And you may reduce the cost of this card for each color among clash cards you control. So essentially, if you have 3 bound cards out of different colors, you can reduce it down to have it cost only 1. Then as counterplay, send target clash card being played when its resource cost of 3 or less to Oblivion. Then you banish this card. So again, another quick play you can play. Again, you can get rid of something and then banish it. You won't be able to get it back with Astra Skill. But again, that's what we got from here. Got a nice little stack of foils. We got from beginning to end. Paul, Accelerator, the Alpha Aster, and then our IR was that double-sided Clarity for our first box. Like I said, again, there's a lot more cards to pull from this one. So again, I do feel like you'll be buying a lot of boxes and or just buying a lot of singles to get the decks that you need. I did not get from Life to Dying, which to me is probably one of the best from cards in the set. And that's a card that you want multiple play sets of. But again, let me know what you pulled in your boxes when they come out next week. Until next time, this has been Ryotin.
I step into the ring, ready for the fight. With a hunger in my eyes, I'm taking flight. I walk with confidence, I wear the crown.